Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Gilbo the Shaman, and today we're going to be talking about I believe I titled this video I believe I titled this video Religion is Evil. Now, why did I title it that? Well, because I was ever so rudely awoken this morning with my mother blasting, well, not blasting, I shouldn't over dramatize it, but she was playing this preacher on TV, and and so I was like waking up hearing this bullcrap about, just preaching about hell and whatever. I was like, oh my god, this is so ridiculous. So I'm well aware that I'm manifesting these things in my life, crap like that I have to put up with. And so, it's just, I figure I might as well make a video of it, since I'm constantly being reminded of how toxic religion is and how evil it is. So, so today's video, we will be talking about religion. The great topic of religion. Well, so religion. Why do I say religion is evil? Why do I say religion is toxic? Well, the word religion, let's just go back into the meaning of the word religion. The word religion means to bind. That's what it means in the Latin, religione, or something like that. Anyway, it means to bind, and if you look at the original version of it, means to bind. So, if you're religious, you are bound. What does that mean? Well, in Magick, we have we have spells or rituals called binding rituals. What does this mean? Well, it means to literally bind somebody, put them in restraints so they can't do anything. So they're basically slaves. And I think I've talked about how religion creates a slave class in videos before. But this one, I'm especially going to dive into that because it's like so infuriating and so irritating to see people, having this fundamentally wrong assumption about life because they grow up in these religious families, which tell them that even their mere existence is wrong and sinful, when that's not the case at all. Just because your parents screwed, and then 9 months later you popped out, that doesn't mean that you're bad. That has nothing to do with being bad or good. That's just being a human. So, so why do I say religion is evil? Religion is evil because how do I say this? It restricts you. It keeps you from becoming an individual. It keeps you from being expressing your individuality. So, so earlier I said in the video, I said religion means to bind. Well, what are they binding you with? Because there has to be some form of restriction or some kind of a material that they bind you with, right? Well, they bind you psychologically. And they do this by saying, here's you. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not think of, commit adultery. Thou shalt not blah, 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 blah. So you get wrapped up in this thou shalt not, thou shalt not. And even there's even preachers and pastors saying that even the mere thought of committing a sin is committing a sin. That's not how the universe works. You can be as lustful as you want to be in your own mind, but then you can, not take action on that. You can act constructively with that instead of like meeting someone for the first time, having sex with them. You can actually not and get to know them and learn about them and get to know them as a person before you go sleep with them, right? So with this, we're being bound, basically. We're saying, like, religion tells us that we are guilty for something that we didn't even do. And really, there's no reason to feel guilty at all. But we have it in our mind that we're bad, we're sinful, we're less than. No, we're not. We're not. We are God. If there ever was a God, we are it. Okay? I'm talking about the eternal aspect of ourselves. Our soul. Our soul is God. So, let me check on time just to get my bearings. Alright, so religion binds us psychologically. It gets us into this assumption or this frame, this like set of assumptions, beliefs, and this frame of mind where we think that, we have to be perfect, that we're not already perfect. We are perfect. Not like in the sense that we get everything right, but there is nothing fundamentally wrong with us as people. Okay? So, it's just, it drives me crazy because I see people, they want to, be like, they feel like they need to do something to be considered, a good person, whether that's giving their life to Jesus or donating to the poor or whatever. They feel like they need to do something to prove their worth, and that's just not the case. You are valuable just because you exist. The universe loves you unconditionally, and the universe cares for you just because, for the mere fact that you exist. Okay? So, why do we choose to bind ourselves? Why do we choose to, and for a lot of us, it's not a choice. We just grow up with that bullshit implanted in our mind, It's just something that we grew up with. So, really getting out of that mindset that there's something fundamentally bad or evil or wrong about us when we're just being human, having instincts, having urges, having, feelings, having murderous rage towards somebody. That's all a part of being human. That's a natural part of existence. Whether or not you act on that is another thing, because you can feel like killing somebody. You can feel rageful towards somebody, murderously rageful towards somebody, but that doesn't mean that you gotta, that you go out and kill them. No, there's a difference between your thoughts and your actions. People who are acting unconsciously are acting on their feelings, on their thoughts, on their beliefs, on their psychological programming. And so they, They do destructive things without even realizing that they're doing it. So, yeah. Anything else I need to say about that? I mean, I pretty much got it all off my chest. It just infuriates me because there's why people judge themselves, and they put themselves down, and they think of themselves as less than because they feel sinful. And then you have people on the other hand of the spectrum, which just as much infuriates me. They think that they are, the best people alive. They think that they're special, and they're they're on their high horse, and they think that their shit doesn't stink, basically, just because they have religion, just because they are saved, just because they practice a belief system. And so it doesn't matter either way. You could be totally not religious, and you're still same value to the universe as somebody who is. So then there's the judgment part, that you did this, you're bad, that kind of thing. This is coming from people who think that because they are bound to this, their feet are tied, their hands are tied, they can't, they've learned to become comfortable in their shackles. The people who have learned to become comfortable in their shackles are the ones on their high horses, and they judge the people who are just, living free, living as humans, and doing human things like, having sex outside of marriage, having, doing, drinking, just living life, they think of them as less than. So, but I mean, that it just infuriates me because, where did these people learn that they are so much better than other people? And that's not the case at all, So, it's just this thing where we have people judging other people because they don't believe the same thing as they do. Where, and like me, I don't care what you believe. I've found something that works for me, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. So if you want to be bound, you have my permission. If you want to be bound to religion and to, judging yourself and thinking harshly of yourself and, all that, because you're just human, then, have at it. Enjoy that. Enjoy your misery. Okay? Enjoy judging yourself. But for those who want to actually break out of that and realize, being human is just, there's no shame in it. There's no judgment. There's no, anything. So there's no punishment, So, so another aspect of this is, when you have somebody bound in religion, that is a form of control. That's because you want to control them. Now, who is doing the controlling, and why do they want to control you? Well, there's this little thing between church and state that, this connection, because the first major like empires, the first like, you know, when Christianity was first coming into being, they would have the priest class as the rulers, you know, or like so closely associated with the rulers. So the priest class and the rulers would be either one and the same or very linked. And so they realized that, oh, in order to kind of advance this empire, we need to put people under our subjugation, right? We need to make the people mentally enslaved, psychologically enslaved, so that we can get them to do what we want them to do and not what they want to do. Because if they think for themselves, then, you know, you'll have a bunch of people doing whatever, you know. But really, so that's when we started coming away from our shamanic roots, is when we have, you know, big cities, big empires, big civilizations and things like that, you know, took us away from our natural being, living in harmony with nature. So, yeah, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's infuriating to see people kind of fall for that, but hey, they didn't ask my opinion. That's why you're watching this video, because you want to know my opinion. So, you know, live and let live. Let people make their own mistakes, and, well, I view it as a mistake, but let people view it, let people make their own choices, you know. And that goes same for the religious people. Let people make their own choices. You know, they don't want to believe what you believe, you know. Tough. You know, but you just gotta learn how to interact with others in a constructive way. Or, you know, if you don't want toxic religious people around you, move, or, you know, don't interact with them. So, yeah, I mean, I think I covered everything. Just, you know, it's kind of infuriating to see people like just judge themselves because they have human emotions and human, you know, feelings and things like that. And if they're not judging themselves, they're being judged by others in their religious community, and that's not good either, you know. So it's just kind of one of those things. Gotta let people make their own life choices and all that good stuff. So that's why I said, hey, you know, at the beginning of the video, enjoy it. You know, become the best victim that you can be. Become the best guilty person, the best sinner that you could be. You know, really feel it. Really feel that. You know, really feel the guilt and go into it. Indulge in it. And indulge in your moral high horse, because you're doing so much better than other people and judging all these sinners. You know. So, you know, it's just got to make your own choices. You know, you made your bed, lie in it, kind of thing. Alright, guys, so I guess this does it for me. I'm gonna jump off here. I gotta make another video for my other channel. So, yeah, hopefully you got something out of this. And remember, do not judge yourself for being human. You're just human. You're just having a human experience. And that's okay. You know, your feelings are your feelings. But the universe cares more about not your thoughts. It cares about your actions more than your thoughts and feelings. Okay? So if you want to manifest, you want to make your life better, take the appropriate action to make that happen. Alright guys, as usual, we will talk to you next time. Go ahead and check these out. These links, I got a bunch of sales going on here. Check out my astrology page, vincent.thunderwizard.com. Check out my Gumroad page, gumroad.com, and patreon.com/GebbaTheShaman for all my courses and life coaching and all that good stuff. So we will talk to you next time. Peace.